Uh, welcome. How is everyone doing? We are going to be talking about menopause and relationships this evening, so do come in and say hi, and we'll get going. Let me just send some. I don't even think I remember how to do this. Let everyone know we are here. Here we go. I found it. I absolutely found it. So let everyone know we're here, and do join in the conversation and join in the conversation. Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? Hey. So we are going to be talking about menopause and relationships. Is this journey that you're navigating, is it having an impact on relationships? It may be relationships with your significant other. It may be relationships with your colleagues. It may be relationships with your children, siblings. Let's talk about it. Let's have this open conversation, because I know for me, it's impacted quite a few. And you know what? I feel it's allowed me to reflect on what relationships are worthy of being there. What relationships? Because it's not everyone that needs to be around you, right? Not everyone deserves to be in your space. So yeah, I think for me, it's good evening, our London. How are you? For me, it's been a journey that I have done a lot of reflecting. Thank you for the heart, me. I've done a lot of reflecting, and I'm still reflecting as well. But I want to know from you what, if this journey is having an impact. Thank you. Is having an impact, or it has had an impact on any relationships. Remember, I said there can be relationships in work, there could be relationships within your home, there could be relationships with people within your community. Because I know for a fact that I'm not putting up with people's BS anymore. I'm less tolerable of people's BS. I don't want to hear it. And I want my soft life. That's what I want, right? So, welcome in. Hey, I see that Just Empress is in the house. Hey, Just Empress, how are you? Just Empress is one of our community ambassadors. Welcome. Do you know what? I don't know what's going on with my life right now, because I can't find some of these things that I want to look for. Here we go. So listen, what is going on here? Here we go. No. So do come in, everyone. Let everyone know we are here this evening. And yeah, let's just, here we go. Can everyone hear me okay? I don't know if I've turned this up enough. But we're going to be talking about relationships and how this menopause is impacting. Let's talk about it. Let me see who's in the room. So Just Empress is in the house. Hey, let me just see up here. London, how are you? Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest. Today, my words have been twisting up as they're coming out of my mouth. What is going on? Mumbe, welcome. Listen, that's what happens some days, But I still have to continue. So my words are just coming out wrong. Completely coming out wrong today. It's one of those days. How's everyone doing? Look, we don't actually have to, although I've got here, right? I've actually got here, we are talking about relationships. How has the menopause, since you've been navigating through this journey, has it had an impact on any relationships that you are in? Remember, I said work could be work colleagues, it could be neighbours, it could be people in the community, it could be your significant other. How How has it been impacting? But do come in and just join in the conversation. Um, hey, is it at Lone Wolf? At Lone Wolf, how are you? You're new. I don't know if I've seen you in the community before, but welcome. Everyone is welcome in here. We're having an open conversation. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I am like, I done a quarterly menopause cafe for Bexley Council today, and it was really good. It was really good. There wasn't as many people there as we usually have because summer holidays are kicked in now, isn't it? I just remember summer holidays are kicked in, but it was really good. We done menopause and mental health. Yeah, and I've just been in high spirits today, so I'm very thankful. I am very thankful. See, my words don't even come out. Why is it that, who else gets that? When you're talking, the words are just coming out their own way, not the way you intended. Yeah, but very good. Very productive day today. Very productive. And actually, my day hasn't finished because I've actually got a meeting this evening at 9:15. So, yeah, it's not finished yet. But I hope everyone's had a very good day today. Very productive. I do like productive days. So let's line day eating. Oh, nice. Oh, you've been eating ice lollies. Listen, enjoy. I know the hot flushes, right? The hot flushes are not. I was saying to someone today at the cafe that hot flushes can last anything from 3 seconds to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a long time to be having a hot flush. I've personally never experienced a hot flush for 10 minutes, but probably 3 to 5 seconds my hot flushes usually last. And I'm thankful for that. I do not want to ever experience a hot flush for 10 minutes. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. But welcome in. I know that, you know what, even if we have a subject matter that we are focusing on, we can just be chit-chatting as well. We can just be chit-chatting. I've got to keep an eye on the time because I have a meeting this evening at 9:15. As new, yes, I'm new. Oh, welcome. Where are you from? I'm navigating the process just now. And you know what? I will let you know that you're not alone in this. And however, I will say, and I said this today in the Menopause Cafe in Bexley, that there is always going to be a part of this journey that you have to travel alone. You have to, it's inevitable because you have to kind of figure out what works for you. No one else can tell you what is working for you or what will work for you. You have to figure that out for yourself. Yes, you may be able to tap into services like GP and menopause coaches, specialists, whoever, those healthcare professionals. But there is going to be some point of this journey where you need to kind of walk alone. But just know that you can just come out of that and start tapping into services, start tapping into and speaking to people. Yeah, it can be quite feel lonely. Do let me know where you're from if you're new to the community. Do let me know. We meet every Wednesday at 8 p.m. That is British summertime. We generally have a subject matter that we focus on. However, we can talk about anything else. So if anyone has got any questions, feel free to ask the questions. Ovulation phase is perimenopause is wild. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, it can be. And do you know what? And this is why I really appreciate when, warriors share their story because everyone is going to be very different. Everyone's going to be different. And I really appreciate when people share their truth. I'm going to probably try and, I wonder if, what I will do is open up a panel. Oh, what am I doing? Open up a panel. There we go. I found it. I get there in the end, I do get there. I get there. Right, let me put this up. put two today, one today. So if anyone wants to come up and have a chat, they are free to. Oh, you're in sunny Scotland, Glasgow. Oh, I was up visiting friends in Scotland a while back. I'm due for another visit soon. Welcome, welcome. If you're not part of the community already and you'd like to be part of the community, feel free to just follow. As I said, we meet up every Wednesday at 8 p.m. But yes, so I feel that my friendships during this menopause transition, my friendships, I would say, have gotten stronger because where I've got a bit older, got a bit wiser, I have really buckled down on my friendship because it's one of those things, I take friendships seriously, like most people. And I feel that if you're not kind of serving a purpose, not materialistic things, if you're not serving a purpose in my life, then are you right to be my friend? And like I said, not putting up with anyone's BS anymore. So actually, friendships have, diminished. I'm one of those people that, when it comes to friendships, you have to kind of like, yeah, you're right. Oh, London, you have to, because I feel that I can count my friends on one hand. I can count my friends because my friends, I say that I would do anything for them. I would give them my last £5. That is a friend to me. And so I have friends and I have associates. And some associates, although they think they're friends, they're not. They're absolutely not friends. And you have to, there's a certain amount of people that can be around me. That's how I am, and that's how I've always been. But yeah, asking that question again, I would say that my friendships are they're very selective, very selective. If you're not cutting the mustard, you cannot be a friend. Absolutely not be a friend. In terms of working relationships, because I don't physically work with people per se. Being self-employed, I am in and out of places all the time, different places. So actually working around people, I don't get that. But I can imagine, I used to work for a local authority, and I can imagine if I was still working in the local authority, I'd probably be in difficulties with quite a few people, to be honest with you, because now I am not putting up with people's BS. Why is there some comments have been okay. But yeah, do let me know if your journey has had an impact on any sort of relationships, even relationships with children. I would say my relationship, look, what is going on? What is going on with my language? I would say my relationship with my children has got a lot stronger over this journey. Sitting down speaking with them about what I'm navigating through has been really important, played a really important part. So yeah, just and they're adult children as well. My children are adults. It may well be different if you've got young family. I don't have any pets. I don't have things like I don't have pets. Some comments have been filtered. I don't know. London, you've joined the live before, haven't you? I don't know if you're still here. I'm just figuring out who I'm still seeing. At Lone Wolf, do you know which stage of this journey you are at? Yes, I remember. Welcome, welcome. I see people's names and I think to myself, have I seen that name before? Have I seen the person before? yeah, so if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to share your truth. If you would like to say anything, you can pop it in the comments. You can, you're free to come up and speak if you wish. I'm only going to be here. I'm on time limit today because, as I said, I've got the meeting now. But I thought I will be in. Okay, but you know what? I'm glad you're here because it's really important. Oh, how will you know? Okay, so perimenopause, and again, I'm going to use age ranges, okay? However, it is very different. So perimenopause starts around 45 to 55. Those are the ages, and I say that in the loosest possible terms because it can start sooner for some and start a lot later for others as well. So around that time, what is happening is your hormones will start to decline. Your hormones decline, but they also can fluctuate as well. So what you may notice, some of the common symptoms that perimenopause, women navigating through perimenopause will identify are things like hot flushes, brain fog, night sweats. But one of the most common ones is going to be irregular menstrual cycle. So your irregular menstrual cycle, or another word to refer to it is erratic cycles. Now, it could be that you are at the moment every 21, every 27 days. However, a while down the line, you could be experiencing every 20 days or longer. It could be that you are experiencing heavier or lighter. It could be that you're experiencing you skip a period, or so you have it every other month rather than every month. Whatever's going on is not the norm for you, and that's when you start identifying that you are in perimenopause. That's the most common one, the erratic menstrual cycles, or irregular menstrual cycles, if you want to call it that. Hi Kaz, thank you for sharing. Welcome. Hi Care Bear. So yeah, that's how you will know. But I would say to you, because you're not in the transition as yet, know your body. Went from 5 days till 3 days. Okay. So again, what I would say, if you are concerned about that, go and definitely speak to your GP about it. If you're not, then keep an eye out. Keep an eye on it. Just track, and I'm presuming that you're tracking your cycles. So you sound like you do, because you've gone from 5 days till 3 days, and they're very lighter. They're much lighter. So yeah, so those, it can be that's your perimenopause. You just keep an eye out and just keep tracking and see how it goes. So I mean, things that you can go and speak to your GP and ask your GP if there are any menopause specialists on site. Some GP practices do have a menopause nurse on site, or if they don't have a nurse on site, they can refer you to a clinic, a menopause clinic. I did. Doctor says yes. It's been like 2 years. Okay, so your doctor has said yes, it is. That's interesting. That's good that your doctor said that, because sometimes you go back and forth to GP sometimes, and you think that you are, it's all in your head sometimes, because they're not saying that yes it is. But I'm gonna say, you are the expert of your body. You know what your body is going through, right? You're living it. But I had symptoms for 3 years before I went. Okay. And sometimes we do, because we get on with it, right? A lot of the time when we're experiencing symptoms, we just get on with it. I always say, listen to your body. Listen to your body, because as I said, our body's whispers, that it will whisper before it screams. That's what will happen. So we know the difference in our bodies. We know if something isn't quite right, because this is new to us, this new feeling, this new symptom, never had it before. So take note of it and just jot it down. I always talk about a menopause tracker. And it's nothing fancy. It is literally just information that anything that is happening, that you are going through, you're experiencing, you're jotting it down. Whether you jot it down, put it in your phone or in your journals or in your diaries, wherever. But that information is there. So when you do go and see the GP, you get asked the question, what's been happening? You've got all of 5-10 minutes to discuss this. You can just take straight from your notes, because it's there then. So if you start experiencing, I don't know, say something like migraines or hot flushes, when did they start? How long have they been going on for? How are they impacting your life right now? And even down to the intensity of them as well. So you're jotting down all those things. And another thing that you may consider as well, just making note of, is there anything that exasperates your symptoms? Because some things can exasperate. Just for example, your hot flushes and night sweats. We know that the heat, this weather, can absolutely exasperate those symptoms. So yeah, but you sounds like you are making note of things as you go through anyway. What weird is it different every month? Are you saying it's different every month for you? And it can be. It can be. Is that what you're saying? It can be very different every month. I'm thinking back when my perimenopause time was. That's okay. That's okay. I was thinking back when my perimenopause was taking place, and yeah, my cycles were all over the place. I would have a cycle for 3 days, and then it stopped, and then it was lighter, and then it will be for 6 days. It would never hit the 7th day and it used to hit 7 days. It was just all over the place. So you kind of know that something's not quite right. Your body's, doing something completely different than what it usually does. So yeah, just take note. You're doing the right thing by taking note, and just recognizing what your body's telling you. But yeah, just we hopefully how I knew her was having 2 cycles. Oh, you had 2 in 1 month. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah. So yeah, you noticed straight away that there was something not quite right, and you're right to take note. So you went to see the GP. I'm taking it. Hi, Shelly Ann. Got a little anxiety, no appetite. Could be menopause. It could be, but if you're concerned about it, do go and speak to your GP. Absolutely, go and speak to your GP. I done menopause and mental health today in the quarterly menopause cafe for Bexley, and we talked about anxiety, because anxiety is one of those things that it's a natural feeling, right, that we experience. However, when it is now in its highest point where it's impacting on our day-to-day life, that's not what we wanted. So we done some box breathing today. The box breathing. Has anyone done box breathing? And we just done a little session on box breathing today, and it was quite nice, very relaxing. I do really hope you get your appetite back though, Shelly Ann. But as I said, if you are really concerned about it, go and speak to your GP. One at the beginning, one at the end. Oh my goodness, our London. It's like one at the beginning, one at the end. Well, hopefully it doesn't remain that way. Hopefully it was just the once. But it sounds like it. Like you said, you've had it confirmed. Hi, so in perimenopause, I bled every day for over a year. Oh my goodness, sorry to hear that. Who is that? Oh, his symbols. Very light, but it was exhausting to do. I imagine so. Every day for 12 months. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. And I'm presuming that you went and spoke to your GP. Thank you for sharing that information and joining in the conversation. I'm presuming you spoke to your GP, because that isn't normal, is it? Absolutely not normal. Yeah, box breathing. We did that today. It's really, I find it calming. Box breathing is good, a good technique to use if you're feeling anxious, right? It's all about what happens is when you take them deep breaths in, deep breath out, and fill up your lungs with the air. It helps with the nervous system, and it's called let me try to remember, parasympathetic part of your nervous system, which is the calming part of your nervous system, and it helps with that. So yeah, everyone done it today, and they said that they felt a lot calmer. Box breathing is good. Yeah, so what you do is I always say when we start box breathing, I always say try and just find a place in your mind where you're trying to forget about everything, if you can. And then what we do is we're going to normally do it with music, just a bit of background, soft music, and no words, just instrumental. And then we're going to breathe in for 4. But what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to like that. I just want you to breathe slowly and just breathe in for 4. 4 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds and fill your lungs with air. And then after you breathe for 4, you're going to hold for 4. Now, if you're not able to hold for 4 or breathe in for 4, just cut down that time, right? And then once you've breathed in for 4 seconds, you're going to hold for 4 seconds, another 4 seconds. And then once you hold after the 4 seconds that you've held it, you're going to breathe out for 4. And you breathe out for 4. And when you're breathing out, rather than like that, you're just going to take your time and allow your lungs to empty. That's what you're going to do. And then you're going to hold. Once your lungs is empty, you're going to hold for 4. And then you just repeat the cycle. It's the box breathing. That's what it is called. 4, 4, 4, 4. Right? So inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold. And you're just doing that. And you can do it as many times as you like. But you can try it. Good evening, Zena. How are you? Yeah, so box breathing. It's a simple technique that you can use. And I was saying today that actually, where can you use it? You can use it anywhere. And actually, although I encourage everyone to close their eyes, you don't have to close your eyes to do it. Don't have to close your eyes to do it. For me, closing my eyes when I'm doing it makes me feel more relaxed, because then I'm shutting out. There's no distractions, right? Because if I have my eyes open and someone is doing something, I'm distracted over there. So that's why I close my eyes when I'm doing box breathing. But check it out. Go and do some research on it. It's the thing to help with anxiety. And you don't know if it's going to work for you until you try it, right? Absolutely don't know if it's going to work for you until you try it. You can always try, and then if it's not for you, it's not for you, because one size does not fit all. Did that explain to you, Shelly-Ann, what box breathing is? Hey, sweet apple, how are you? My name's Katie. Hi, Katie. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. This is the thing, I had a GP that well, the GP changes so many times. I had a GP that wasn't very helpful. And that's why after the third time of visiting the GP, I just walked away and never went back. But research does show 10th time, we go to GPs 10 times before we are taken seriously when it comes to the menopause. I think 10 times is way too many times. By then, you are thinking to yourself that, am I actually making this up? Is it in my head? And you start disbelieving the symptoms you're actually experiencing. GP insisted on blood tests, went 3 times, but they couldn't get enough. Yeah, this is the thing with the blood tests. I had a blood test as well, like you, and unfortunately the test came back showing that my hormone levels were normal. So they're not reliable. However, I will say that when we know that we are navigating through menopause, that diagnosis should not be confirmed by a blood test. It should be all about the symptoms we're experiencing. And this is why when we go armed to the GP, we need to go armed with information and let them know all the symptoms we're experiencing, how long we've been experiencing it, and why you feel it is the perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. Why you feel. I'm in postmenopause now myself, and I've been in postmenopause for coming up to 4 years now. After the lifetime box breathing. Okay, yeah. Yep, you can get the box breathing anywhere. You can pop it in the internet as well and do box breathing. It's very simple to do. I had to wait until I was 50 before I got... Oh, that's not good. I do sometimes feel that it's like a postcode lottery sometimes when I hear women say that they couldn't get it or for whatever. I just don't understand why. If that's what you want, why can you not have it? Unless there's some reason, and like medical reason, why you cannot have it, because there are going to be certain times that you cannot have it. So I'm taking it now, Kate, that you are actually on it. Am I correct in saying that? And if you are, how is it working for you? You're welcome, Shelly-Ann. Sweet apple, and that's what you need to do. Absolutely. Every day. I was saying today that, you can wake up feeling okay or feeling great, and within the hour, your mood has changed, right? Because these hormones are just dancing around, having a party, jamming in the body. So you can change, your mood can change dramatically within a matter of hours. So yeah, taking it one day at a time is a good approach, a really good approach. And it's almost like you are getting to know you again, isn't it? You kind of like, I remember feeling like I lost myself. I don't feel like me anymore. Because I was trying to get around in my mind, what is going on in my body? Why am I feeling like this? And what can I do about it? And trying to explain that to somebody else, it was a challenge to explain it to someone else. I can't even explain it to myself. How am I supposed to explain it to you? Come on, make it make sense. So, there's a lot of things going on, as well as doing your day-to-day life things. So sometimes it can feel overwhelming, absolutely. And that's why sometimes it's nice to just speak and share your truth with others that will listen and understand. Or even if they don't understand, try to start understanding. Mine was due to symptoms. Yeah, no, it's good, because that's good. When a GP takes your symptoms and look at your symptoms, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So we are discussing, we're talking about menopause, right? We had menopause and relationships today, but you know what? We're just talking about menopause. Those of you who don't know me, because I realise some of you are new in the community, my name is Jackie. I'm a menopause wellness practitioner as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. So we meet here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And we usually go about an hour and a half, an hour to an hour and a half. And it's just a place, a safe space to, as safe as it can be on here, a safe space to be heard and understood and build our knowledge. So all the information I have, I share with you. A lot of the time I share it in the posts during the week. And also when I'm on a live, I'll share the information with you. Yeah, I'm not sitting here claiming that I know every single thing. Listen, and this is why I will always say to you, any information that I do give you, you can do your own due diligence. Absolutely do your own due. Look at this. Look, I'm not even talking straight right now. Do your checks, isn't it? Do your checks as well. So I was offered. Was that I'm just thinking that's medication for, and this is the thing, when you're offered things, feel that you don't need to, have to take it. You can ask the questions. What's the alternative? What are the risks? What are the benefits? And actually, if I don't feel it's right for me, you don't take it. It's so sad when I hear that a menopause warrior is actually taking something because it was suggested to them, and actually they don't even feel comfortable taking it. Because we're entitled to say no, right? It's okay to say no to something. I don't have full medical history due to being... Oh, I see. That's how I feel now. Do you know, Shelly Ann, I missed that. How do you feel? What do you say? This is how you feel now. And you know what? How we feel, we have to give ourselves some compassion and grace. Allow yourself to feel that way. Yeah, I feel that particularly as women, we are focusing on if we're unwell or if we're feeling any symptoms, we don't feel 100%. We're just pushing through. We're just pushing through because we need to. And not thinking about ourselves, thinking about everyone else. Well, actually, we have to kind of pause and think about how do we then get ourselves back to being on top, feeling better than we were, feeling before. Don't know. Been on HRT and clean eating for 3 years. Felt good for this. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really good to hear. So, when you say clean eating, elaborate on the clean eating for me, please. I know what you're talking about. Give an example of your clean eating. And what we eat can absolutely have an impact on how our hormones are. I went from experiencing 12 to 16 symptoms, even in postmenopause, when I first hit postmenopause. And now, because I changed the way I eat, I have gone down from double figure symptoms to 2 symptoms. Honestly, just from changing the way I eat. So I hear you, Kate, about the clean eating, but I want you to give an example of it so everyone can see. Lovely to meet you too. Emotions are so... yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, it's good. Is that what you wanted to do, though, at Lone Wolf? Is that what you wanted to do? Take the HRT? I spoke to someone about a month ago, and they said that the doctor suggested, or the doctor prescribed them HRT, but they didn't agree to take it. And again, this is why I asked the question, is that what you wanted? Didn't know. Vitamin D was... Yeah, yeah. And this is the thing, right? We're learning. We're learning about this. When we start navigating through this journey, right? Remember, there's 3 stages of menopause: perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. Those 3 stages. As we navigate through it, we are learning different things as well. Because, like I said before, it's almost as like we are getting to know ourselves again. And we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on as well. How many years does menopause symptoms last? Okay. Hi, Jay. Welcome. Menopause symptoms. So you've got perimenopause, and perimenopause can last... It can last as long as it wants to last. So generally around 4 to 8 years, perimenopause can last. My perimenopause lasts for 10 years. There are people in the community, their perimenopause has lasted longer. And then menopause is actually 1 day. So you're not diagnosed with menopause until had menopause until you've had 12 consecutive months of no menstrual cycle. So once you've had 12 months of no cycle, the day after that 12 month is actually menopause, that 1 day. So it's almost like a celebration of your perimenopause. This is when your body has, the reproductive system has completely shut down. That is menopause, that 1 day. And then thereafter is postmenopause. And when does postmenopause stop? We are now in postmenopause for the rest of our lives. But what happens is that because our hormones start declining, those 3 key hormones, we have over 200 hormones in our body. However, the 3 key hormones that play a major role in menopause is your estrogen, or estrogen, how you pronounce it, progesterone and testosterone. And those 3 key hormones, they will start declining. So what happens when you get to postmenopause now? Postmenopause, your hormones start to stabilize somewhat. And so you may identify that your symptoms some of them have stopped, disappeared completely, or they've lessened. Like I said, I've been in postmenopause coming up to 4 years now, and I've gone from having double figure symptoms to having two symptoms now. Just my 2 symptoms that I have. And don't get me wrong, I'm waiting for the day when I wake up and they've gone completely gone. But I know what exasperates my symptoms. I know, if I have some chocolate, and every so often I like a bit of chocolate, don't get me wrong. If I have chocolate, I know that night, my night sweats I'm going to have to answer to them. So it's just getting to know getting to know your body again. Yeah, they can last a long time. We have women in their 70s, 80s still experiencing hot flushes. Now, this is not to scare anyone. Everyone is very different, right? Everyone is very different in this journey. No 2 journeys are going to be the same. Even to the point where if you've got a friend or a colleague who is navigating through perimenopause, their hot flushes may be completely different from yours. So, yeah, everyone's different. I have problems even getting a good yawn. Yeah, the sleep. We talked about that today. The sleep is not, when you don't have a good sleep, and sleep deprivation is a serious thing. When you're tired and you've not had enough sleep, the slightest thing can just trigger you. You can just start crying. It's real, absolutely real. It's getting food, I feel like. Yeah, I hear you, Shelly Ann. And this is one thing I would say for me, and everyone else in here can let me know, right? My menopause journey, and I'm still navigating through it, it's changed me. I'm not the same person I was years ago. I started my perimenopause at 42. Now, the age range is what, 45 to 55? However, you can start it younger. So when I went to my GP said, no, you're too young, you're too young. That's all I was getting told. You're too young, you're too young. You can start when you're younger. I believe the youngest person in the community who is navigating through this is 28. It's different for everyone. But I hear you and I see you, Shelly Ann. Yeah, you know what? You feel like you've lost yourself. You know what? Think about the woman you are becoming. That's what I would say to you. Because it absolutely changes you. It is, but it's a natural life transition, right? Thank you very much. It's a natural life transition. And I would say I know it changed me completely. Like I said, one of the things is that I don't no longer put up with anyone's BS. I learned to say no. I'm having a soft life right now. This soft life, I pace myself. I don't put myself under pressure. I was saying today that if I've got 5 things to do on my to-do list, those 5 things, it used to take me a day to do it. Now, I don't put myself under any pressure. So I may take 2 weeks to do those 5 things. That's fine. I give myself permission to do that. I'll have the soft life over anything else. Absolutely. I'm not pressuring. You see how I used to clean my house in a day? I'm not doing that anymore. It doesn't fit me anymore. It's not fit for purpose. Me cleaning my house in a day. I take my time and clean it. And if it takes me like a week, I'll do that part of the house that day. Maybe a couple of days later, do another part of the house. I am not pressuring myself. Absolutely not. Sometimes, you know what? The systems we have in our lives that we've been raised with, that has been embedded in us, we always feel that's the way to do it. And sometimes as we get older and we're navigating through this journey now, it no longer is fit for purpose. So actually we have to pause and think, this isn't working for me right now anymore. So I need to change up the narrative. And it's absolutely okay to unlearn what we've learned all those years and relearn. Absolutely okay to do that. You have to give yourself permission to do that. Yeah, eating clean. Because what we are eating does have an impact on our body for sure. Absolutely. My friend said we will go bald in menopause. Is that true? Okay, so going bald in menopause. Your friend is harsh, man. Going bald, right? What can happen, and it doesn't happen to everyone. What happens is your hair and nails. Actually, I've been doing some extract reading from our menopause community book, and I did today post about hair, nails and skin. That's one of the first things that you will see, may notice has changed. Your skin is different, your hair is different, your nails are different. Yeah. And that's one of the things that hormones will normally hit first. But your friend saying that you'll go bald, no, I wouldn't say that's a true statement at all. It's different for everyone. Some women experience thinning of the hair. My hair started thinning. It just felt thinner. It wasn't dropping out. It just felt thinner when I was washing it. And what I used some oil over a period of 2 months, and it just got back thick again. Now, the only thing I really put in my hair is I use some banana food. I've used the Garnier banana food, but what I've been doing with my hair recently, I will only use a certain type of shampoo to wash my hair, condition it, but I also, after washing my hair, I put aloe vera gel in there and I just let it sit in there for a little while, and I've noticed a difference in my hair. Again, it's what works for you. But don't hold on to that. Let's let go of that comment there that you'll go bald. It's not for everyone. Some women experience bald patches and some other women don't. 24% of women do not experience any symptoms or limited symptoms. 24% of women. But all women will navigate through the menopause. Right? 10 years, I know. 10 years, I'm telling you, it felt a long time. Hopefully yours is a lot shorter. Those treats, the fizzy pop, biscuits, cakes, drinking sap. Absolutely, Kate. Absolutely, I agree with you. And I noticed the difference, right, when I took sugar out of my diet. Totally took it out of my diet. Now, I am hardcore girly, right? I'm absolutely a hardcore girly. I will just stop just like that. And that's how I stopped taking sugar in my diet. Just stopped it. One day I stopped it. I would never recommend anyone to do it just like that. Take your time. As I said, I always will say, small steps sometimes have a great impact. And do it at your own pace. It's really important that this is your journey. You are going to navigate through this journey at your own pace. No one else is your own pace. Okay. And it's good if you're, the method you choose to use in managing these symptoms, as long as it works for you, that's it. As long as it's working for you, that is fantastic. Go to the butchers, greengrocers, local shops. Yeah, we was talking about that today, actually, about cooking from scratch. It's all convenience, isn't it? Everyone is just like doing things conveniently because life is lifing as it does. And yeah, we cooking from scratch. I was saying to my husband today, do you know what? Even like potatoes, I wanted to make some potato salad. I wanted to make it from scratch. Absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. At what age? Jay, what age are we talking about? What menopause? Perimenopause starts around, and I'm going to say this in the loosest possible term, around the ages 45 to 55. However, it can start younger. Remember, menopause can be surgically induced. So chemotherapy, radiotherapy, those sort of things can induce your menopause. So around the age of 45 to 55, we're going to take that in the loosest possible terms. It can start younger for some, can start older for others. And menopause, typically in the UK, is around the age of 51. Again, could be very different. Very different. I have some ladies that they're in their 60s, mid 60s, and they're still having menstrual cycles. Everyone is different. Everyone's so different. Chocolate and cheese makes my symptoms worse. I'm glad you noticed that. You see, this is a queen that is definitely tracking her symptoms. So you know what exasperates your symptoms. Yeah. And if you do have that bit of chocolate or cheese, you shouldn't be really having it because it will exasperate your symptoms. But you know what? If you do have it, don't beat yourself up about it. Enjoy it. You just have to face the consequences, right? Yeah, just track. Is there someone wanted to guess? See, is it Celia? Did you want to come up? Sorry, I didn't even realise. I saw you come up and then it went again. Let me see. But yeah, if you want those things, don't deny yourself of them. Honestly, don't deny yourself of them. Because I'm telling you, I know chocolate isn't great. Dark chocolate's supposed to be good, but I know chocolate isn't great. But when I have it every once in a while, I enjoy it. But then I face the consequences after, because my night sweats are going to come and kick my backside, I'm telling you. Menopause is different as our cycles were. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I feel that it's something that young girls should have knowledge about, because in the time of menstrual cycles, if we are not looking after our bodies then, I feel it can absolutely have an impact on how we navigate through the menopause when it does come around. We should be looking after it from a young age. I just feel the education needs to be out there. I've slept deprivation. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Shelly-Ann. Sleep deprivation, yeah, it's not great. I'll tell you something that today we were talking about sleep and sleep disturbances, but I tell you, even sleeping in the same bed as my husband, it's too hot. It is too hot. I have a double bed. I don't have a king size bed. When we're on holiday and we're in the king size or queen size, it's like I'm stretching over to him. I can't even feel him because he's way over the other side. In my bed here, it's a double bed. The body heat is too much. So right now, we've made a pact. You sleep there, I sleep here. This is it. It's too hot. Absolutely too hot. But we have to have these conversations, don't we? We have to have these conversations, because if I don't have the conversation, I'm sleeping there, you sleep there, you might think something's going on. We have to have the conversation. It is way too hot. Sleep deprivation. And maybe if you can, during the day, particularly if you're at home, and sometimes workplaces can accommodate this as well. I remember when I was a civil servant years ago, people on their lunch break had a nap. They went and had a nap. There was a room there. There wasn't beds in there, but there was an area where a quiet area, they could actually go and have a nap. Them power naps, they're sweet, Thank you for the heart puffs, London. I appreciate that. Yeah, it will change you. Absolutely. And you know what? Let's embrace the new you. Embrace the new you. That's what we got to do. We're walking this journey unapologetically. Learn to say no more. It's okay. Give yourself permission to say no. Because saying no is actually part of self-care. That's it. That's what I believe, that saying no is your self-care. Absolutely. No calls after 6. No one is allowed to call me. Good for you. That's boundaries right there. Absolutely. We have to have boundaries, yeah? Absolutely have to have boundaries. And we need to stick to them as well. When we're saying, I'll let this one go. No. Boundaries. Absolutely. I said, just because you're bored doesn't mean Gosh. I'm just catching up with the comments now. Oh, right. So your friend that said about the boredness, she's bored herself. Yeah, you're right. Tell her not to pass that on into your universe, right? Tell her to keep that to herself. For real. Don't speak that into my life. My hair just keeps growing. Good. See, everyone's different. Everyone is different. Hey, how are you? Is it Kadria? I hope I pronounced your name. Listen, why are my words coming out all twist today? I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. Welcome to the community. Do you take any supplements? Me personally, yes, I take supplements because I'm not a HRT girly, me. And I've never been a HRT girly, and I don't feel I ever will take it. I've gone too far in now, to not take it, to start taking it now. So supplements I take personally, I take. I'm on a break from them at the moment because every time I finish them, I have a little break. That's what I've always done. Take a break, because taking a break for me allows me to recognize that, is it actually working for me? So the supplements that I take evening primrose with starflower oil and also magnesium glycinate. They help with to calm me before I sleep. Since I've not been taking them, I've been on a break, I haven't noticed any difference. And this is why I like to take a break up from them. I also, what else do I take? I take I drink a lot of herbal teas. I drink a lot of ginger and peppermint tea, soursop tea. I take things like sea moss. I take things like merengue seeds. I take a lot of those things. But like I said, if you're taking supplements and you've never taken them before, always go and speak and get some advice. Even if it's the pharmacist you go and get advice from, because if you're on any medication or if you have any existing health conditions, it's best to go and get it checked out before you start taking those things. What can boost estrogen? I have a food list. That it's a food list that directly looks at your hormones. There are certain foods that can help boost it. Don't get me wrong, will it replace it back to how it was? No, but it can help. Like you said, I like that term, boost. I can send you over the list, Zena. Off the top of my head, I can't think right now exactly what those foods are, and I don't want to just be plucking it out of the air. I can send you over the list of the foods that support hormones. I will just need your email. You can drop a DM if you can drop a DM to me. If not, you can pop it in because I've taken my email off there. If you send it to my email address, I can give you an email. Can I even put a chat in here? I can send you the list. Let me just do this. Okay. So reply, and if I put the email address in here, my email, menopause wellness community, all one word, all lowercase, at gmail.com. So menopause wellness community at gmail.com. So yeah, my email, menopause wellness community at email.com. I'll pop it in the chat to at Zena. And then if you send me an email, I can send you over the list. I've got lists upon lists upon lists. But when I send them to you, have a look at them. They're there to just give you that information and go and do your checks as well. Because like I said, one size does not fit all. Absolutely, our London. Send me that email. Send me the email or DM me. If you DM me on here, that's if you have your DMs open. When you DM me, I will just ask you to send me the email anyway, because this platform doesn't allow me to attach any documents. But again, I will put in, just in case you missed that, menopause wellness community at gmail.com. So I have lists of foods that can support your hormones. I have information on hormones. I have foods that are going to be useful, list of supplements. I'll just send you everything. But like I said, I'm not going to send it to you to overwhelm you. It's just to have that information there. Yeah? So I will send that out to you. I'll probably send it out tomorrow now, because when I finish here, I've got a meeting at 9:15. Imagine having a meeting at 9:15 in the evening. So I'm going to be going soon. But yeah, definitely just send the email and I'll get them over to you. I may do it tonight, but if not, definitely by tomorrow lunchtime. Yeah, by tomorrow afternoon. Didn't realise it can be absolutely, Shelly Ann. And this is the thing. This is why platforms like this, or just communities where you can go and speak, even if you don't want to speak up, you've got a room full of like-minded people that you're hearing their stories, right? And sometimes when you hear someone else's story, hear someone else's truth, it gives someone else a light bulb moment. And even if that light bulb moment is, gosh, I'm not alone in this. Like I said, you don't have to walk this journey alone. There's a lot of support out there, more support out there now than there used to be years ago. We are finding our voices, and we need to continue to find our voices, because the more we speak up, the more support we will be able to access. Right? So we really need to speak up. And it absolutely can be scary. Look, we wake up one day and all of a sudden, all these symptoms are happening in our body. What the heck? Never happened before. Absolutely, of course it can be scary. And it's even more so scary when you're going to find support and you're being told, no, you're too young, or don't be silly. No, that can't be happening. You're going to start thinking then, is it in my mind? You know, so many women say to me, I thought I was going mad. You know, I thought it was all in my mind, because they're not being listened to. So, you know, communities like this are just, you know, so important. And I will continue to be on here every Wednesday, unless I'm away, every Wednesday, to just kind of have these conversations and just support each other. So, you know, I learn from everyone else, and everyone else learn. Everything I've learned through my studies and through research, I'm going to share with you. But like I said, when I give it to you, still do your research as well. Absolutely still do your research as well. Jackie, do we remember when I first joined your... Absolutely, listen, and you need to acknowledge that. You need to acknowledge that. Yes, I remember. Hi, loving me. Good evening. If I email you, could you also... Absolutely. Did you get the email address? I'm the only one who checks the emails anyway, so please feel free to reach out. Email me. I've got lists. I will, if you just want specific lists, let me know. If you've not heard me mention a list, please feel free to ask and say, Jackie, do you have information on... I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Yeah, because I don't want to send you information where it's just overwhelming. And again, the list of symptoms that we have, it's I'm doing posts at the moment, so look out. I'm actually sharing the glossary, the symptom glossary from our community book, and I think I'm on part 5 at the moment. It's on the community page, it's on the page, and I'm on part 5, and I'm going through, I'm taking extracts from the book on the symptom glossary. And we done digestion and gut health, and just some possible symptoms that you may go through. So yeah, to have a look at those. And I've probably got another, I think I'm probably going to be doing it in 8 parts, because it's quite a bit of information to share out. But yeah, the book's there, so I'm taking it straight from the book. Jackie, do you remember? Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, thank you. And do you know what? It's all about empowering each other. Yeah? This can be, someone said it earlier on, can be scary sometimes. It can feel overwhelming. It can feel an uphill struggle sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. But one thing, we have to be kind to ourselves. We have to give ourselves grace. We have to give ourselves compassion. Yeah? Listen, it's after 9 now. I've got to go to this meeting, so I'm going to get going. I find this space so weird. Oh, thank you very much. We'll be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. But keep an eye out for the post, because as I said, I'm sharing extracts from this book around symptoms, the symptom glossary. Every day I post. So as I said, I'm on part 5 now. But just go and have a look. I've copied the email. Perfect. Yeah, please feel free to reach out. You got address. Yes, email address. The email address is, I'll pop it in one more time before I go. So it's menopause wellness community at gmail.com. community@gmail.com. There we go. Right, so I've put that in again. So you're welcome. Thanks for today. You're welcome. I'll see you on Wednesday. So I'm going to end the live like I always end the live. I always end the live first and foremost sending everyone a virtual hug. The second way I end the live is that I just remind you that you are not alone. Okay, if you feel alone after the live has ended, please reach out to someone who you trust, someone that will even start listening to you. But if they don't understand you, then they'll try to start understand you, because sometimes all we need is someone to just listen without judgment, without suggestions and solutions. That's all we want, someone to just listen to us. But I will see you all next week, Wednesday. Feel free to email me. I will email you back. But have a blessed evening and enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. See you next week.